What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com, the place you go when you want action-packed content related to growing your app business. And today, I want to talk about, is ASO dead? And what can you focus on in 2020 as you try to grow downloads organically? Look, spoiler alert, it's getting harder and harder, especially for the smaller publishers, to utilize ASO and grow that organic traffic. A lot of outside variables. Before, keyword optimization would be phenomenal. You can update some keywords, put some keywords here and there, and then boom, you're off and running. You see instant growth. But unfortunately, these days, there's a lot of other factors that go into keyword rankings that makes it harder for smaller app publishers to really utilize keyword optimization and get that growth. So this is a presentation that I did for the Mobile Growth Summit that just happened in February 2020, and I wanted to show it to you guys for YouTube. ASO in 2020, what is working today? So I don't know. For me, like, so much is changing that frankly, I'm like, man, all right, I don't know. And so we're going to explore this together. And what I really want to do, and this is my way of doing this with YouTube, is kind of figure out and highlight some of the things that are working today. And then as things change, continue to update this content on YouTube, obviously, to tell you what's not working and what is working today. All right, for those who aren't familiar, I do have a podcast. Check it out. And it is the #1 podcast. I would say we've been doing this for 8 years now, 700 plus episodes with some of the most famous people, app publishers out there. Chris Barton, who founded Shazam, David Reichel, who created Color Switch, a bunch of different founders here. Matthew Hall created Crossy Road, William Tott, who was a VP for Rovio, Keith Tier, who co-founded TechCrunch. So really remarkable people. I want to showcase them. This is how I've built my whole brand, and I've learned from these thought leaders to then hopefully share it back with you, everything that I've learned. All right, just some of our big clients out there: Red Bull, Nextdoor, McAfee, Woonga, FunPlus, Hanera Games. We've got a bunch more that I haven't updated this, but a lot of big name clients are working with us as well. Okay, so if you haven't checked it out, go to appmasters.com/iTunes, and you're obviously watching this on YouTube. All right, let's get into some of the tips here. #1, focus on high traffic keywords in the app title. If you've been following my channel, you know this tip, but I wanna make sure you utilize this tip as well. Here's a tip that I feel like a lot of beginner ASOs miss, that the US App Store indexes the Spanish-Mexico localization. So if you put English keywords in your Spanish-Mexico localization, you can double the amount of keywords that you're targeting. So definitely have a different app title in US and your Spanish-Mexico, okay? Because that allows you to rank for different keywords really well. I wanna share this case study for a client, and this is why I feel like going after high traffic keywords is so valuable. So this is a client of ours that was doing roughly about 80 downloads a day without really any big ASO. They had a brand term that had high traffic, so about 4.0 traffic, and they were #1. And they were #1 for this other keyword that was decent traffic. It's not a lot, but I think the 4.0 is driving most of the traffic. And so you can kind of guess that, okay, a 4.0 would probably translate to about 60 downloads, 60 to 80 downloads, right? So they're just doing #1 for that. That was the big keyword driver, in my opinion, because they weren't ranking really well for anything else. When we updated it, we saw that we got to 300 downloads a day. So literally almost 5x their downloads, right? And what we saw was we went after this really generic high traffic keyword, and we're able to get #5 for that ranking. And obviously there are these nice keywords that have decent traffic and low competition. We're 2 and 4, but this was the big driver. And when we got to #2 for this particular keyword, we're driving thousands of downloads a day. So that's the power of search when you can get it that high. All right. So really having this keyword in the title helped jump it from, I think we're #80 to #5, and we're able to see that huge increase in downloads. So that's why it's really important to have those high traffic, no matter the competition, keywords in your app title. Now, I have shared different hacks on the App Masters Academy on how do you rank well for these type of keywords. That trick is working still, but not working as well as it did back here in this case study. But you gotta have to check out App Masters Academy because I can't share it for free on here. All right. The next thing you want to focus on is generating a lot of App Store ratings, a lot of them. So I've shared that you can buy some, right? be careful when you do that. But one of the best things you can do is integrate that default iOS review prompt, because it allows users to review your app without leaving your actual app and going to the App Store. So I see this from a lot of app stills, but you have to integrate this. Don't use that default message, one like our game, and then it takes me to the App Store. I don't leave it, but I can easily leave it here. And we've seen clients double the amount of ratings by integrating this App Store prompt. So here's an example of Zinio that I absolutely love. And Zinio, what they do really well is sort of lead the user to a 5-star. So the first screenshot is, love our app, please rate us 5 stars. Or would you rate us 5 stars? And if they say yes, they say rate now. No, no problem. They don't. Once they hit rate now, then they show the prompt, right? Because there are limitations to showing this prompt. You can only show it about 3 times in a given year. I think that's what the limitations are. It may have been upgraded, but it was just three times. You can show this prompt 3 times in a year span, okay? So you have to put no thanks, cool. I'm not gonna show you this prompt. But they said, would you rate us 5 stars? Well, it says here, please rate us 5 stars. And they've been able to phenomenally grow the amount of ratings that they have. So look at this. In a 9-year span, they had about 7,000, over 7,500 5-star ratings. But from launching this campaign, they're able to get a ton more, just outpace the past 9 years in just 1 month alone. So just that leading the user, be like, hey, do you love our app? Would you rate us 5 stars? And if they hit yes, then ask them for it. It can really filter the people who love your app and are gonna give you that 5 stars. So you're kind of leading the user to a 5-star rating. Next is all about creative optimization. Like I said before, keyword optimization isn't as important anymore. And so creative optimization is truly, truly important now. And this is what we're trying to help our clients do as well. So for those who wanna play a game, I've shared this case study in the past, but which icon led to a 50% growth in downloads without changing the keywords, without changing anything else, A or B? And I'll give it a little bit of a pause here so you can decide. Okay, so it is actually A that won. It led to a 50% increase in downloads. So really pay attention. We didn't change anything else. We only changed the icon. So really pay attention, especially on Google Play when the app icon is very prominent in the search results. All right, again, screenshots, so important. And this is what I do with every single screenshot optimization that we're working on, is talk about what the app does for a screenshot and why you should use us, the social proof, what we do and why we're cool, essentially, right? And this led to a 91% increase in downloads by just changing the screenshots. We didn't do anything else to the keywords, nothing else, just change the screenshots around. So we had this saying, look, here's exactly what we do, and look at, we're trusted. So you want to tell them, be clear on what you do. Don't try to be clever, be clear on what you do, and give them some social proof. If you don't have that social proof, then what I would say is borrow it. Meaning, Einstein said this, or blah, blah, blah said that, all right? So like these things are variables of social proof. Anything that you can say like, right here, 91% increase in downloads is sort of social proof, and some odd number that you can put, so not like 100, some non-round number, that actually leads to more trust. So the fact that I'm saying 91% increase in downloads is much better than me saying 2x increase in downloads, although they're very much similar, right? Because there's more trust, inherent trust, when I just tell you that's 91% rather than just saying 2x and rounding up. So try to get as specific of a number as you possibly can. All right, next, backlinks, still working well on Google Play. So if you think about SEO and building up backlinks to your website and that helping with your overall keyword rankings, same thing applies on Google Play. So that is literally linking the keyword that you're targeting to your Google Play App Store. And that signals to Google, hey, this keyword is very relevant to this particular app. I've got case studies with clients where they're ranking really well for very competitive games by building backlinks. So here's just a screenshot, again, for proof that here the app was ranking close to 10 for this particular keyword, but because we're building backlinks, they're able to get it to number 2 for this particular keyword. And it's a very, very competitive keyword. This is on Google Play. So that requires a lot of work, but if you need help, let us know. We're happy to help out. But it does require a lot of work because we have to reach out to blog publishers and let them know, hey, this app exists, and essentially pay them and link back to our App Store link. All right, so the before, and I would say this is late 2019, before we could do keyword optimization and we would see instant growth. Now, I feel like keyword optimization doesn't lead to instant growth. That's not to say keyword optimization isn't important. That's just to say, if you're just thinking that keyword optimization is going to lead to instant growth, you're probably not going to see those instant growth metrics. What you need to do is still have that foundation, but focus on all the other variables that are related to ASO. So here are the factors. Keyword optimization, still important, although I just want to curb your expectations. Creative optimization, running search ads and Google AdWords, focusing on App Store reviews, and definitely focusing on monetization and retention. So those are the factors you gotta focus on. You can't just do keyword research, keyword optimization, and poof, you're up and running. It's gonna be a part of the puzzle now. And I think it's becoming an equal part of the puzzle with all these other factors. All right, that's it, guys. Let me know what you think and what you are experiencing in the app stores with ASO, because frankly, this YouTube channel is a community. Let's help each other out. Here's what I'm noticing. What are you noticing? If you don't want to tell me publicly, just email me, steve@appmasters.com or .co, steve@appmasters.com, and let me know. I'm happy to chat with you and kind of just share some knowledge and trade knowledge with what's working and what's not working for us. All right, if you want to see some of our tactics, go check out appmastersacademy.com. That shows you all the ASO strategies that we have in our arsenal. You can get access to that along with PR, Apple feature. Like everything we do for our clients is in there. Everything I know about how to grow app downloads is in appmastersacademy.com. All right, guys, until next time, I'll see you on the next video.